What's up guys, King Crisis here. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you guys enjoy my content, please comment down below some more video recommendations. Okay guys, I'd like for you guys to know this video is going to be a bit of a longer one, about 40 minutes longer than pretty much the usual, mostly because it was a long backstory I had to do. With that being said, if you guys want to watch the backstory, please, I really advise you do. But for those of you guys who don't feel like watching all that and don't really care, well, skip ahead about, so these two videos are about an hour and skip ahead like an hour and 46 minutes in. With that being said, well, start the video. The story starts off with a 3.5-year-old Izuku laying in his bed. As he lays in his bed, he kind of rolls around a little vividly. He's excited. Tonight is the night. When that clock hits 12, Izuku will officially be 4 years old. And as soon as that clock strikes 12, Izuku has a huge smile on his face until his smile completely drops. It's pitch dark in his room, and the only thing he sees is pure white circles staring directly at him. He doesn't know what it is. He's a kid. He looks confused. Izuku would suddenly feel hands grabbing onto him. A young Deku would immediately try swatting at the hands. He doesn't understand what's happening. Izuku begins to feel these hands wrap around the back of his neck as they begin to grab Izuku by the throat. He begins to try to screech, but as soon as he does, the hands will cover his mouth. As the hands covers his mouth, little hands from the hands will stretch down his throat, holding his mouth in his throat, making him not be able to let out even an ounce of sound. From here, Izuku would scream as he spills and he's dripped in darkness. Suddenly, Izuku looks around and it's a pitch black space. Everything dark except for one thing, a screen. He's vividly looking at a screen, and the screen has three things on it. The first thing being 24 hours, almost a countdown. The second thing being his room, where there would be sleeping himself. Izuku looks baffled, he looks confused. A few hours on that clock would pass, and once they pass, the kid will wake up in the morning, and he will run downstairs to his mother Inko, where from there the kid would say, "Mom, mom, 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 mom." Inko quickly wakes up. "Ah, what's wrong, Izuku? What's wrong?" He does, I'm four. Today's the day. Inko looks forward and she smiles. "Okay, Izuku, we'll go to the Quirk doctor, but you'll have to wait about 3 hours, sweetie." "Mom, I want to go now. Inko would say that it's okay, sweetheart, but they just have to wait. Many more kids are also at the Quirk doctor's office right now." The kid would just fall over. "Ah, man, I just want to go get my Quirk." Inko would tell him that it's okay, sweetheart. They'll go and see, but you have to go to school first. I'll check you out when it's time. Deku would smile, as from here he will put on his school clothing. For the sake of the story, guys, before the actual start of the story, I will be referring to both Dekus as Deku. I would like for you guys to know there are going to be two, for reasons that you guys will see. But for now, the outside world one is going to be called Deku. The darkness world is going to be called Izuku. Okay? With that being said, Deku will rush on over towards school, and at school, everyone is showing off their quirks. Bakugo just got his explosions, and he's being, well, canon Bakugo, a bit of a dick. He's an asshole, and he's flexing the fact that he has this power. Everyone else is trying to use their little garbage, weak, trash tier quirks to seem, effective, but let's just be honest. We all know they're garbage, but they're all using their quirks as well. Everyone's having a loggy-gaggy good little time, whilst the other Izuku would also be trying to do the same. Trying to manifest a quirk, trying to do something quirk related. Well, nothing actually happens. Eventually, this Izuku will be taken into the Quirk doctor's office. Well, this Deku. And the main Izuku could be seen watching this happen. As the doctor walks inside, he has a smile on his face. "Well, ma'am, your son has an incredibly incredibly powerful fire quirk. Inko looks forward with a smile. Seriously? What is it? The doctor then would say, his quirk? It's called violet light. Inko looks forward confused. What does that mean? Your son has the ability to generate and manipulate a powerful purple fire, allowing him the ability to completely control, become, and generate these flames. These flames are even stronger
Low
than fire
power,
from Deku,
please
and
charge.
judging from what we
Low
see, it has a
power, please
secondary effect.
charge.
When
Low power,
Izuku goes
please
into darkness,
charge.
any negative effects from his quirk, that means overuses of his quirks, will be negated. And essentially, darkness can heal this Izuku. As Ingo hears this, her eyes would widen. What is his weakness? The doctor then would say extreme light. Should Inko face would immediately plant? So the sun? The doctor would shake his head no.
Low power, please charge.
Simply put, if he has like a flash bomb basically, too many flash bombs would harm Izuku. And it would like basically too many flash bombs hurts his head. Oh, okay. So not too much bright light. The doctor would not. But what about his own quirk? Would his own quirk cause the same damage? The doctor would say no, because his quirk generates a different type
Low
of
power,
light.
please
It's
charge.
a light source that it's just now been discovered by Izuku's quirk here in the hospital. We call it negative violet light. Can you just call it negative light? The doctor looks forward. Negative light would mean absolutely no light, and that's darkness. What about dark light?
Low power,
I'll
please
take it
charge.
From here, the doctor would leave, and as he leaves, Izuku will be seen looking. As suddenly, time in that realm would freeze. But not only would time in that realm would freeze, so would his timer. But suddenly, Deku slowly turns, and he looks towards the screen and smiles. Hey there, Izuku. Nice to meet you.
Low power, please charge.
It's Vuzu. Vuzu. And I'd like for you to know, when that timer on your screen right there hits 0, you're gonna go through so much hell. When you were younger, well, my bad, last night, you should have ran. You should have got
Low power, please charge.
But you failed. You were the first person to ever generate a quirk that can connect you to this realm, that can connect us. I will take everything from you. You don't get to have a peaceful life. You don't get to be happy while I suffered. Welcome.
Low power, please charge.
You will never escape, Izuku. For this life of yours, it's all mine. Goodbye. Where from here, Deku will turn around, and time would resume. Izuku, being a young kid, 4 years old, scared, alone in the dark, he didn't understand.
Low power, please charge.
Here, Deku will return to school that same day. And when he does, everyone looks at him because after all, he had his appointment. He was only gone for about 35 minutes. Everyone begins to jump up and down in excitement. What's your quirk, Izuku? What's your quirk? He then would smile as he would light a purple flame into the air. The entire class would cheer as the teacher would say, okay now Izuku, settle down, don't use your quirk in class, it's not allowed. He just says, oh wait, there's more though. The teacher then would say, there's more, as he looks confused. As then he walks towards a kid, literally grabbing him and burning this kid. The teacher would scream, what are you doing? As then Izuku says, watch. As he puts this kid underneath her desk, and he comes back out unscathed. The teacher then would say, wait, does this always work? Izuku shakes his head no, that his fire's weakness isn't darkness. He can heal people with darkness. Or he can heal himself in darkness. The class looks somewhat pretty surprised. That's incredible. He then explains that according to the doctor, he also has super speed and super strength. Izuku sees this on the other side. He's confused. But later on that night, the clock would hit 0. Suddenly, the TV would disappear. And suddenly the all-dark room would blaze open, where there you would see nothing but ruins. It'll be an abandoned city, with purple fire burning outwards. And there Izuku would look around, where there he would see bodies all around him. A young Deku looks around, he looks scared, when suddenly he looks forward, and there would be a towering figure, large horns, This figure seems to be pitch black. So black, Izuku can barely make out its body. As it looks towards him, its eyes being hollow, soulless white that glowed, with a bit of a black hue around him. He shook. What am I looking at? A young Deku would think. As the figure would walk forward towards Deku, Deku would immediately back. As the figure then disappear. He begins to look all around him, not being able to see the monster, and suddenly he smacked into a building, sent flying right through it with a spike shooting right through his heart. Blood would pour from Izuku's body, and Izuku would lay there. But suddenly he opens his eyes. He's not dead. A young Deku would think, I'm alive. But the pain going throughout his body wouldn't even allow him to continue to think this, because he still feels a literal spike through his heart. He would scream, he would cry, but the monster walks towards him as it grabs Izuku's face and snatches him off of the wall. It looks towards him and smiles. What? Deku would think as the monster proceeds to eat him alive. Slowly but surely, a young Deku was ate alive. He wakes up the next day, and there he was again, in front of the timer, in front of the TV, in front of this goddamn clock. But there it would be, Deku looking right at him. How was your first night, Izuku? Did you enjoy it? Tell me, how did the pain feel? What's happening? I'm scared. Where's my mom? Oh, you stupid boy. Your mommy? She can't save you here. No one can save you here. You will forever be alone. You will suffer forever. You are worthless, Izuku. And you need to understand that you will forever be worthless. In this world, no one can save you. No one. Not even All Might himself is here to save you. Good luck finding anything or anyone willing to help. Izuku, you're in hell. Be happy there. As the figure would turn, in Izuku's world, time would resume. Again, the clock would end. And again, Izuku's alone in a dark city. But this time around, he wastes no time and he takes off running. But this time around, as he runs with not seeing pretty much any shadowy figure, suddenly he's smacked by a car. And Izuku looks confused. He gets up immediately, but the person inside the car will let down the window. Get in if you want to live. But what the fuck? Get in, you goddamn idiot! As Izuku hears this, he would quickly run and get in the car, with the person driving swerving around abandoned cars. And even then, when the person drives, the cars would literally, sometimes it would just, its car would literally jump over other cars. Deku looks around. What's happening? The person looks towards him. You're a child. You wouldn't even understand, even if we told you. As the person begins to drive off, Deku then says, where am I? The person then would say, I don't know, okay? You don't look like one of us. Deku looks at him confused. One of us? What do you mean? The figure slowly turns, but then time will resume. And suddenly, boom! A dark flash would appear. And on the outside world, you'll see Deku looking forward. Whoa. Damn. Well, fuck. I should have watched my mouth. He found people that was willing to help him fast. Yeah, we can't have that now. As Dark Deku will draw a circle in the air, a circle of purple fire. Said circle then would form a giant purple serpent that slams down right in front of Izuku and the others. Deku looks forward. What are we gonna do? We're gonna survive, the guy driving the car would say. As he says this, he steps out of the car, and Izuku would look at this guy confused. As this guy walks forward, suddenly a sword would form within its hands. As he looks forward towards the serpent and smiles, he looks towards Izuku, who's still in the car. It then would say, take him away from here. As suddenly, Izuku would literally witness as the car drives off on his own. But the only thing he can see was this guy, this he's assuming kid, teen, he doesn't know, run forward as it jumps into the air and slices the snake right through the middle. But the snake fully regenerates as it turns and goes back in for a massive bite. As Zuko watches this, he then was to hear the car speak. Listen, brat, you don't know where you're at, but let me make things very, very simple for you. Where you're at is a place you'll never be able to understand because you are not from here. You're not from this realm. You won't get how life goes here. He looks towards Izuku. But kid, we're in hell. Deku then looks towards him, but I'm a good boy. I don't deserve to go to hell. I eat my greens, I drink my milk, I listen to my mom. And I thought kids don't go to hell. Not biblical hell, you idiot. Well, partially. A long time ago, this realm was just like yours. Luscious, beautiful, safe. All of its people were able to survive. But then, we got quirks. Just like you guys did. We evolved, we grew, but our world failed. All thanks to the birth of one man. This young man had the power to generate, control, and force darkness at will. His darkness connected him to an alternate realm, a realm of strictly chaos and destruction. Within this realm existed dark monsters that boy was able to summon. These dark monsters ravaged the world. They took everything from us. And the man who had the quirks, guess what happened to them? That darkness infected them, turned them into monsters, made them tens of thousands. You're the only thing, kid. Okay? We need you. From here, this car would take Izuku off into a dark building, where from there, the car would shrink down, and it would turn into a young kid, his age, a girl. Wait, you're a girl? Immediately, he's smacked across the face, and he just holds his face confused. I'm sorry, you sound like a guy, he would say. She then would say, duh, my voice changes when I'm in a car form. Oh. Well, where are we? She then would explain. Well, they're on Earth. Deku looks at him confused. At her confused. Earth? What part of Earth? Deku would ask. She then would say, just Earth, kid. There is no parts. It's one planet, one place. Country, city, address. Where am I at? Deku would ask again. She then looks at him. We're on Earth. There are no addresses, there are no states, there are no cities, there are no anything. Only thing we have is hardly any food, hardly any water, some abandoned buildings every once in a while, and caves. We have nothing here. Where are the people? Where's that guy from earlier? And why do you have horns? Is it part of your quirk? Is it part of my quirk? No, bitch, it's part of my genetics. That guy, he's currently fighting that monster sent here by the Dark Lord. He looks confused. The Dark Lord? She then turns to Izuku. Sent here by you. He looks at himself. I didn't send anything. Not yet. You don't know how this works, kid. From here, she would walk off. Deku just looks at himself, baffled. We cut back to the real world, and we're time skipping in the real world. But for the sake of story, guys, we'll go time skip in the real world, but on the outside world, matter of fact, nah, we go keep covering the other world. But from here, Deku would walk around. As he walks around, he holds his head in pain. He looks towards her. So, what's your name? She then turns. What's her name? I'm her. No, what is your name? Her. We don't have names. It's him. It's her. It's she, it's thee. You get the point? What? We don't have names. There's not enough of us to have names. How many people are alive on the planet? She looks around. I don't know. 12? 12? Deku would say confused. She looks at him as she holds up her stomach with dark purple lines going up it. She then turns towards Izuku. as there would be on the wall. There would be a light coming off of it. She then points towards that wall. Walk towards it. Izuku will walk towards it, and he places his hand on it. He turns towards her with nothing happening. She then smiles. Now watch me. As she walks towards the wall, with her shirt still being lifted up, she lets out a screech of pain, as the dark lines in her body would grow. Deku then looks confused. What the hell? As he rushes up towards her. Are you okay? She looks towards him and shakes her head. No. That right there harms people of this world. Deku then looks confused. Light? She didn't shake her head. No, not light. That isn't light, Izuku. We don't know what it is, but ever since it appeared in our realm, it's harmed our people. She then looks, but you're not of this world. You are immune to it. And, meaning we can weaponize it, she would say. Okay? We can turn this into the proper weapon that we need in order to protect our realm, in order to protect our people. There's only 12 of us left that we know of. And the Dark Lord, he's been ravaging this world for eons. But you keep saying, I'm the Dark Lord. She then would say, you don't understand, kid. He's your shadow. He's your reflection. Time in this realm works differently. He existed since you were born. But I was born only 3 years ago. I'm only 4. Well, I just made 4, so 4 years ago. She starts laughing. 4 years in your realm is over 40,000 hours. Oh, Izuku would say. But I'm watching every day this guy's life. It's slow perception, she would say. Once you're done, you'll see his entire life play out in only a few days. Here. But don't worry. You'll figure it out sooner or later. Suddenly, you would see that same guy walk back inside. Damn it bit me. The girl would walk forward. Are you okay, sir? He looks for her. I'm okay, ma'am. I'm okay, ma'am. Deku says, you guys need names. He then looks towards him. Did you not tell him we don't have names? There's not enough people to have names. She says, I told the fucking idiot. Look, Izuku. There's not enough people here. I'm hurt, okay? He looks towards her. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. She looks towards him. No, you'll survive, okay? We have him. He can fix you. I know he can. He's the Dark Lord's shadow. If anyone can fix you, it's you. It's him. Deku just starts holding his head in pain. His eyes begin to hurt when suddenly another light would appear within the building. All the others return. Well, the other two. Him and her will look forward. What is that? Deku then says, it's almost time for me to go back into that place. They didn't look at him confused. What place? They would say baffled. As suddenly, a blink would happen and Deku's gone. And he reappears within the same exact room. And slowly Dark Deku will turn. Okay, so clearly I was wrong. I mean, shit. I thought you was like, not gonna find anyone. Shit, you found someone as soon as I said you didn't. Cool. That's cool. Well, me and Bakugo went bowling today. We had like a really good time. Bro is hilarious, Michael. That's like my best friend. But we had like a really good time. I've been talking to some girls lately. You already know how it is. You know how it is. What's important? You found friends, huh? And you think that's gonna make you safe? You think you're gonna be okay because you got some goddamn friends? You don't even know how to use your power. You won't be able to use your power for eons, and even when you learn how to do so, by then your body will be adjusted to that realm, meaning you won't be able to return here without being hurt. I'm 4. You have 1,100. Well, my bad. 1,100,000 years to figure this out in 12 days. But I highly doubt you'll manage to do so. Good luck, you little shit. Because you're not going to make it. Not as long as I willed it. The power you hold is nothing compared to me. As Dark snap his fingers. The clock will resume for Izuku. Real quick, guys, I know you guys are a bit confused as to what's going on. Honestly, I'm making the story a bit difficult because, like, you guys are gonna need this part. Like, if you skip ahead to the part where I tell you to skip ahead in the normal video, like in the intro, you're probably not gonna want to do that because I'm telling you now, you're not gonna understand what the fuck is gonna be going on in like the next hour or two of this video. So, for those guys who did decide to skip, well, obviously they're not gonna hear this, but they're pretty fucking stupid. So if anyone comments anything about, oh, this don't make any sense, yeah, because you didn't fucking listen to the backstory. Anyways, that being said, that's very weird. The timer would end, and Deku would open his eyes, and he's in another part of the goddamn world. He then will hold his head in annoyance. Why does that have to keep happening? As he holds his head, he would look around, and there he would see several more kids. And they're all his age. And then, as he sees those same kids, suddenly they are devoured by another giant serpent. But this one is hundreds, among thousands of times bigger than the one that kid from earlier fought. Izuku sees he begins to back in fear, and he turns around and runs. As he's running, suddenly he would be snatched into the trees with his mouth covered. He starts trying to throw the guy off, but suddenly Izuku would hear a voice in his head. Don't. Noise attracts it. Stop moving. Be still. If you continue to move or you continue to talk, we're both gonna die. Suddenly, Izuku would slowly be still, listening to what the voice told him. This guy, his name is gonna be Guy, but his quirk, mental command. It gives him the ability to not only speak to people mentally, it allows him to read minds and also give mental commands. The commands that he gives must be listened to. Basically, it's mind control with extra abilities. So yeah. As he has Izuku stuck, and the sleeper would slowly slip away, suddenly that man would grab Izuku, put him on his back, and the man takes off running at crazy speeds. Not only is this man running extremely fast, he had bandages all around him. These same bandages was used in order to leap him from tree to tree, Aizawa style. As he gets very far away, he gets into a building. Where was in that building would be another one of those orbs of lights. The man then would say, "Are you okay, kid? What's your name, boy?" He didn't say, well, no, he doesn't say what's your name. He didn't want to ask, "Are you okay, boy?" And Deku would just say, "Yeah, I'm okay. Who are you?" "My name is Guy," he would say. "That's all you must refer to me by." "No, what's your name?" "It's Guy, kid." "Oh, your name is Guy? Last name?" He didn't turn. "The fuck do you mean last name? There is no last name. My name is..." The man quickly would draw a darkness sword as he puts it to Izuku's throat. "You're one of them." Deku then looks at him confused as he bags back in fear. "What are you talking? Be still!" As suddenly Izuku would freeze in his tracks, not being able to move. The man walks towards Izuku as he spins his blade and instantly thrusts it forward, slamming it right through Izuku's lung. Izuku would scream as the man would literally slice open his stomach. Blood would pour out, and the man looks forward, dark expression on his face. "I knew it." But as Izuku bled, he felt horrific amounts of pain, but he didn't pass out. Nothing happened. He's just fully conscious with all this pain coursing throughout his body. The man would walk forward towards him. As coming out from the shadows will be another man. He's extremely tall, dark black hair, and glowing, what's the opposite of yellow? Glowing blue eyes. "Who the hell is this?" "Sir, that guy appeared here. He's from that realm. He's from the... He looks like the Dark Lord." "What?" "He looks like the Dark Lord. He looks identical to him." They then look forward. The Dark Lord is a grown-ass man. It could be his son. "You're right. It could be." And they would say, "What's your name?" "I'm Izuku Midoriya." You see, he still has one of those damn things. "What should we do, sire?" "I don't know. What can we do? The boy clearly can't die here. His guts are literally falling out. Maybe it's just part of his quirk. Maybe he's immortal. Maybe he has regeneration. It's happening slowly." As they look forward, the man with dark blue eyes will walk forward. Alright, kid. You don't know who I am. My name here is Sir. Okay? Most people will call me Sire because it's easier to be called Sire than Sir. There's enough Sirs here to fill us all. But I thought there were only 12 people alive. The fuck? There's only 12 people alive? Where the hell do you come from? Where I come from, there's way more than 12. There's like 100. He's 6. No, he's 4, guys. Leave him alone, okay? Oh yeah, that's King Crisis talking, by the way. Deku's like 4. He does not know that there's billions, okay? Anyways, the guys will look towards one another. As immediately, the one with blue eyes would spin, as instantly spin his hand and a gun would appear as he pops Izuku dead in the head. And well, Izuku doesn't die, he doesn't pass out, he's just now in even more pain. Now, he's losing it. And the man looks confused. Izuku screams and hurts in pain. Suddenly, a dark white orb would appear, and immediately both of the men would jump back as far as they could. As this happened, they would look forward. He made one of those. But that's impossible. Even a dark one can't do that. So clearly, he's not the dark one. Or maybe he is, a voice would say. Hi there. I'm Day. Nice to meet you. Bitch. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm her. Nice to meet you. She looks forward and smiles. Give me a vial of his blood. I would like to run tests on it. Girl. Bitch, do I look complain? I'm sorry, ma'am. As quickly they would like literally just give her Izuku's blood. Where from here this young lady will walk off. As she walks off, Izuku looks towards her, a bit concerned. As from here, we cut on over towards Izuku for the remaining of the time, literally being tortured by these two guys, until eventually the lady will come back out. Don't lay another hand on him, she would say. Do you understand me? Don't lay another hand on him! As quickly, both of them would stop and they put up her hands. Oh shit, we're sorry. Who? What is he? She walks forward. He's our salvation, she would say. He's the one thing that can save us. She looks forward. He's not from this realm. He's not from the Dark Lord's realm. He's from another. And not only is he from another, he has the power to fix this world. He has the power to save us entirely or even move us to a new one. She looks forward. My name is... I'll make up a name. My name... But suddenly, Izuku would disappear. And she looks towards the others concerned. I was just gonna... Were you just about to make up a fucking name? Like an actual one? She looks forward. Yes. He could have saved us. Or again, he's transported into the room. We're not gonna cover it this time because it's really not that important. Well, it's gonna be important. Izuku being transported to another country. But this time around, he's not even transported to an actual, like, big or powerful country. Or even one with a lot of monsters. The man is transported into a little island alone. No one there this time, and for literally 24 hours, he starved. Now, finally, the next day will come around. He's transported into another room, where of course he will meet, this time around, another group of people, but it's actually a person and a half. And I say in a half, he meets one of these people in a sentient shadow, okay? Not one of the ones that just ravage and do whatever the Dark One commands, but a sentient one. And yes, there are going to be a few, very rare, around like, and I'd say like 35. But they're very rare. Some of them are sentient and choose to follow, while others are sentient and break free from his command. But of course, we're gonna time skip, literally, I'm not kidding, 11,000 years. Whoa. Oh my god. 111,000 years. My god, how do I say that number? Well, wait. I said for like 10,000 years. Oh yeah, so 11,000 years. We time skip 11,000 years. And Izuku now, physically, he's 15 years old. Mentally, every day for what was for him only 15 days. Well, actually, we go make it towards, like, for 15 years, he actually, like he experienced every single day of the Dark One's life. Okay, so vividly, he could see everything that the Dark One saw. He learned it and saw it all from his perspective. Which means everything in school and all the shit that the Dark One would learn, Izuku would also learn. Not only he would learn, he would see this guy living out his whole entire life. Happy. Getting along with his friends. Not only does he get along with his friends, he's running shit. Like, he's in control of shit. Like, he's genuinely that guy. And it really, 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 really pisses Deku off. He hates every second of seeing it. And this makes Deku very, very motivated to finish this guy. But 15, basically, okay? But mentally, Deku's over 11,000 years old. Wait, I knew I counted that shit wrong. He's over 100. No, he's over. Oh my. Look, he's over 100,000 years old. Okay, mentally, he's over 100,000 years old. I knew I was counting that shit wrong. I knew I wasn't tripping. A year is like 10 years from, so like. He's over 100. He's over 110,000, 10,000. Oh my god. I'm gonna put the fucking number up. Shall y'all, if y'all do the math, bro, it's not that I don't know the number. I just can't say the number. Okay, so 110,000. That's how old he is. Fuck. I literally couldn't even say the damn number. Oh yeah, in a couple days, but we don't add days. So from here, Izuku will be seen looking forward. It's the last day of UA. The Dark One, Deku will slowly turn and look towards him. Well, I know it was always your dream to be a hero, Izuku. Looks like that dream gets to be fulfilled. By me, of course. As he opens up the palm of his hand with a dragon of fire appearing. Oh yeah, you beat one of these before, didn't you? Deku looks for as he balls up his fist, beginning to shake violently. Aww. Are you mad, bro? Calm down, it's okay, you little bitch. Worse from here, the Dark One would smirk as he walks away. Was there, we see Deku, and there he would close his eyes. The timer would end and he would be transported. But this time, with a snap of his fingers, he would appear within a base, where there would be all the groups of people that he met. As he walks forward, Lanaya, step forward. She steps forward. What's up? What did you learn? Okay. Make as many of them as you possibly can. He looks forward, but it would hurt all of you. Do it. I don't got time for this shit, okay? Okay, shit. He proceeds to lift up his hand as he begins to make thousands of those same white orbs. She then looks forward, as then he points towards his next friend. Jayla steps forward. She steps forward as well. Okay, use your power. Are you sure? He would nod. As her eyes becomes pitch purple, as a massive burst of darkness will be unleashed from her. The same burst of darkness would wrap all around the orbs, encasing them in power. As then, Izuku himself would walk forward. He lifts up his hand, his eyes fiercely glowing. With a massive burst of power, suddenly a pure black portal would open before their eyes. A huge smile would be on his face. We did it! As all of them would cheer. One person would say, but how do we know it's safe? They then would just slowly turn. Then he looked towards Izuku. He didn't say, if I walk through, what if we don't? I'll go through. As everyone would stop and turn, Guy from earlier, the one who tortured Deku. Izuku, I put you through so much pain, okay? And I will never be able to forgive myself. You saved my life so many times. For thousands of years, I've held you guys back because of my age. I will go through. Okay. Izuku looks towards him. Hey, you don't have to be the one to sacrifice. I'm going through. Okay? You can't change my mind, okay? Might! Don't! But it's too late. Yes, I named him my guy. But he walks right through the portal. And suddenly, Deku would fall to his knees with his head hurting. And suddenly, boom! A massive shockwave is unleashed. What the hell is going on in here? Everyone would turn. There they would see a giant figure, large dark wings, piercing giant horns, pure red eyes. But his face, That's Izuku's face. The Dark Lord! All of them would scream with Izuku saying, "We don't have enough time for this," as instantly he lifts up his hand, and then he would wave it as a massive burst of shadows would boom forward towards the Dark One. But he laughs, he flicks his wrist, but Izuku would smirk. Gotcha. As instantly dark shadows would wrap all around him, as all the others would run out of the portal. And there, Izuku will be the last one, as he sticks up his middle finger and walks through the portal. Alright, backstory is now over. I would like for you guys to know, in between this time, Izuku has learned how to control his powers. He will have several abilities. Most of them being from the fact that he lived in a realm of pure darkness all his life with a different source of power. So he learned how to generate and control that power at will. And also get the fact that he does have a quirk, which is going to be those same exact dark flames. But of course, his is going to be a different color for the sake of plot. I'm going to make them like a mix of like green and black. Okay, Izuku's fire is green and black, but it has black with a slight hue of green. That way, he can generate some type of light. Okay, Izuku has shadow manipulation. He's able to teleport through shadows. He's able to do a lot of things. Okay, the Dark One, or the Dark Lord Deku, he's going to be able to do similar things, but I want his powers to be a bit different, so I am going to be altering his powers. They're going to be darkness related, but I'm also going to give him blood-based abilities, dark lightning, and things of that nature. I will even go as far as giving this dude one for all, but there's going to be something that's going to happen. When he gets one for all, I'm going to be honest with y'all, Deku's also going to get it, because they're going to be like, they are spiritually linked, which means that the other realm of One for All will be linked to Izuku, but it's going to get even worse because One for All is going to become linked to the Dark World as well. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pause right here, and I'm going to record the intro because I did not record the intro until now. Goodbye. I'll be back. Deku would open his eyes yet again, and his eyes would widen. He looks around. Cars, trees, beautiful skies. And he sees all around him those same, the fuck? He looks at them confused, with most of them looking different. Some being white, some being black, some being Mexican, Asian. Y'all already know how to deal with, but my bad, Latino. But he looks all around, and they look completely different. He then jumps up. "Who are you guys?" As all of them would just say, "Yo, Izuku, calm down." He then says, "Oh, you guys." He then points at his skin. And everyone starts looking at themselves and they start freaking out. That's because in the other world, well, they literally looked like just pitch white people. Every single one of them. They were just straight up pale. Okay? They barely even had any features that like didn't identify them from one another. Except for the sire. He had like glowing blue eyes. As the sire looks forward, he would just start holding his head in pain. Deku didn't say, "Are you okay?" He didn't say, "No, this voice." Deku then looks confused. Voice. As he holds his head in pain as well. Also hearing a voice. All the others just stand there not feeling the same thing that they feel. Deku drops to his knees. As he drops to his knees, he begins to blink, but suddenly his eyes open and he sees he's at the dinner table. He looks up and he sees his mom. "Mom?" Deku would suddenly say, "Yeah, sweetheart?" Oh, what the fuck? As suddenly, time would freeze. "Oh, fuck no, you little shit. How the hell did you get out?" Deku then looks forward. "You. Yeah, it's me, you fucking idiot. Who else would it be? You think this shit is sweet? You escaped. Good for you. Good for you. What are you gonna do, though? You have no life here. No friends, no family. No one's gonna believe that you're me. I'm fucking perfect. Who would possibly believe that you are me? Huh? Is that what you plan to do? Tell the world that you're me? Well, guess what? Even if you do so, bitch, your mama raised me. Your mama loves me. Your mama knows me. Even if you are her son, I highly doubt she'll just give away the baby that she had for over 11 years for a child who comes back claiming to be her real son. I was the perfect child. I did everything your mother wanted. Played basketball, played football, soccer, top of the class, student council. Everything she would have wanted out of you, I did it. Respected our father. Oh yes, I said our, my bad. Respected your father. is a deadbeat fool. I did everything she's ever wanted. I don't see her ever dropping me for you. We cut towards Guy's perspective as he looks up, and the only thing he sees is a guy in a hospital bed, face obliterated. And he's just blinking and he's just looking all around. Actually, no, he sees from All For One's perspective. And well, All For One would have the same thing happen. He's confused. The difference between him and Dark Deku, he's like, he fucking demands that Deku, like, that he demands that the other one, that he demands that Guy gets out of his goddamn head. And using the power of All For One, he's able to knock him out of it. Yes, guys. Guy is All For One's shadow. Okay? And since he's his shadow, he's pretty much his polar opposite. He's not greedy. He's not messed up. He's not evil. He's a good guy. And not only is his quirk the ability to not steal, but to give quirks, which kind of makes him like way more powerful when you really think about it. I don't know. So from here, this is what he would do. He would literally proceed with caution. As Izuku gets up, where he would say, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I got you guys here, but how am I gonna help you? They just look at him. Izuku, you got us out of that hell. From here, we can live in a damn forest. I mean, we had to several times before. Heroes, quirked animals, people are gonna get suspicious. Suddenly, out of nowhere, 27 people just appeared in thin air. No social security cards, no form of identification, no nothing. He looks at them. He points forward. With there being 5 of them who are teenagers, I'm gonna have to send you guys to orphanages. They look at him confused. What is an orphanage? Deku then would think, wait a minute. There's one thing I can try. There's a guy, there's a hero. His name is All Might, okay? He has the ability. Oh, so we should clear. Guy's quirk is literally All For One, okay? He can steal quirks. But his quirk is reversed, which means that, like, he gives before he steals. Which basically, like, really, like, fixed him. But he did torture Deku, guys. He still is a fucked up individual, okay? He still is, like, kind of crazy. But that's, of course, because he literally lived in a hellscape with only the one to give everyone everything and fix it. Okay, but he is powerful. He's on All For One's level of power. Actually, realistically, I really could make every last person here like massively stronger than everybody in My Hero. But for the sake of plot, I'm gonna say they are all stronger, but they don't want to ravage this newly found world, and they're not even sure they can actually access their darkness here. Only those who have quirks realize that their quirks still work, but they don't know if they can access their darkness no matter pretty much what they try. It's because like they are a little scared. You never know. With that being said, fat ass time skip, bitch. Flip, flip, flip. Alabama jeans. Zoom. Yeah, from here, Deku proceeds to look forward. As he looks forward, he just holds his head in pain. Ugh. Fuck. He begins to like go into stores. And as he goes into stores, he would literally turn invisible. Learning that in this world, he can use his darkness to shield himself. And when he shields himself, it basically reflects all light off of him. And he also taught this to the others. Because out here, they basically like, if they're exposed to light for too long, they will literally get cancer. Because light from his world already hurts them. And it's going to take their body some time to adapt to it, to learn how to protect themselves from it. So, he would teach them how to coat themselves in darkness. Unfortunately, it makes them invisible and it kind of fucks up their vision, makes them see like heat signatures and only, but hey, it's literally better than him fucking up and killing them all from bringing them here. The only one that seems to not really be too affected by it is Sir and like Guy. They're the only ones who aren't affected by it. So from here, Izuku winds up going into stores and he steals some food. Not only does he steal them food, he steals some like his favorite candies from when he was a kid. He steals a lot. So much so to the point where like a pro hero literally came into the store and like, what was he really gonna do? Like they literally saw Izuku. He may be invisible, but everything he's stealing isn't invisible. And even then, when he figured out people could see him, he started coating the snacks and the food in darkness too. But shit, they can still hear him. And well, he can't coat sound in darkness, so it kind of became a struggle. And Pro Hero literally entered the store and he started just searching for Izuku, listening for Izuku, because Izuku has complete invisibility and he makes other things invisible as well. So they begin to listen for Izuku. Eventually, Izuku makes it back on over towards the others. When he makes it back towards the others, he would place the food before them. Are you guys okay? They would nod. Worse, from here, Izuku would look forward. I need to figure out what I'm going to do. From here, we cut on over towards Deku perspective, as he's seen walking around with Bakugo after school. As they're laughing, they come across a tunnel. Huh, wanna go do it? Sure, why not? As both of them will go through the tunnel, as instantly, BOOM! The sludge villain would jump out. As he jumps outwards, he looks forward towards them. Hey kids, I didn't know that Freak was in town, but I'm gonna need your bodies. Either one of you, I don't care. Any other brat, I'm gonna need you out the picture. As the sludge villain says it, he looks forward and rushes forward towards both of them. Deku just lifts up his hand. I ain't got time for you. As with a burst of fire, he instantly knocks back the sludge villain. As Bakugo with smirk, die! As he launches forward and immediately hits a massive, I cannot stress that massive part out enough, massive explosion, blowing the sludge villain away. The sludge villain hits that ground and he splats everywhere. And with both of them turning and look towards each other, they smirk, they would fist bump. And then they would walk away, but suddenly Dark One would stop. He turns towards Bakugo. Don't move. As Bakugo freezes in his tracks, he then would whisper, as suddenly Bakugo would stop, turn, and he leads the other way, going in opposite directions. From here, All Might would collect the piece of the sludge and very confused, wondering what happened. But as he does so, Dark One would snap his fingers as the sludge villain would slightly rumble and the bottle falls out of All Might's pocket. As this happens, like normal, Bakugo will get captured by the sludge villain again, and Dark Deku will be the one who runs in, acting as if he didn't even know what he himself was doing. He runs in, he jumps upwards and unleashes a massive burst of power that obliterates the sludge villain. Now you're probably wondering, why is he doing all this? Dark Deku is basically he's an entity, okay? He's an entity manifested by Deku's quirk. Even those worlds that Deku were, they were all manifested by his quirk. Of course, he doesn't know that quite yet. Meaning that for one, Deku's a literal god of darkness, okay? He is a fucking god. But Dark Deku knows everything. He knows everything connected to the two worlds. And within the two worlds, All Might in one world, or his world, before he corrupted and destroyed it, was the guy who had a dark power known as All for One, which allowed him to pass on his quirks to others. Which allowed his quirk to be passed on to him, and basically that power was all the powers of the other, users for himself. And yeah, you see what I did there. And All for One had the power to give all to others, or take all from others. So he knows of these people, and he already knows of All Might himself, and he knows that since things in this place is reversed, obviously, all the knowledge should just basically be the exact same, just reverse. I mean, one is good, one is bad. So, he already knew what to do. And well, he takes up All Might, okay? He takes up on his offer and he gets one for all. But once he gets one for all, quickly, and I mean instantaneously, Deku just drops to the ground. I mean, bro drops, okay? Drops to the ground, holds his head, and he just lets off screeches of agony. He rolls around on the ground. He begins to punch his fist over and over and over and over, hit his head over and over and over and over, like bro going through it, okay? He is going through it. As he holds himself together, he would open up his eyes, pure purple, once more. He then lets off a roar, and immediately, boom! Pure power coursed throughout him, and he looks at his hand, and instantly, he's right back in front of Dark Deku. What the fuck now? What do you want? You fucking brat? What the fuck is happening? What's happening? Suddenly, Deku's gone, and Dark Deku looks confused as he appears back within the realm he just escaped from. What the fuck? He begins to scream out in rage, but immediately, boom, he's back in the real world. From here, he would go into another abandoned house with him and all the others. Well, that night, they would sleep. But as they sleep, a man would approach them. Deku looks upward. Who the hell are you? Whoa, now Izuku, calm down. Don't you recognize me? Dr. Ujiko? He would look at him confused. What's up? How many years has it been since you last been in this world? Deku then looks at him confused. How do you know that? I knew from the moment I scanned your quirk. It literally gave details that you were going to be taken. Or it said a possibility of you being taken to an alternate realm. That was your weakness. He looks forward, he walks towards him. But that's impossible. You never scanned my quirk. I was sent to that road before my quirk could be scanned. He starts laughing. When you're a baby, we do constant exams on you, just in case you would ever need to have this happen. Yes, I seen, kid. I already seen when you were a baby. So why didn't you inform my mother? Why didn't you help us? Why would I? What could I have done? It's a possibility. I can't stop a quirk. How did you find me? I put a tracker in your neck. Me and your mother did. What do you want? I want you to work with us. Okay? I want you to work with us. I want you to listen to us. We can help you. We can help you. No, you can't. If you help me, then what? Then what are you gonna do? We'll give you a place to stay. You and all of your friends in there. How do you know about them? He then points behind him because they're behind you. He then turns with one of them covering their mouths and going back invisible. What else? Food, water, internet, anything that you need, they'll have. What else is there to it? Nothing. You'll be able to get your revenge. Zuko looks forward. We have ourselves a deal. Or from here, Ujiko will come in as he brings every last one of them along with him. Izuku then looks towards Might. That guy, I don't trust him. Might then looks towards him. We'll do what's necessary, Izuku. Will you do what's necessary? If I have to kill, have to harm, have to destroy people from this world to protect you guys, I will, Deku would say. I'll do whatever I have to. But him, I feel evil from him. I feel unnecessary amounts of evil from him. I cannot bring myself to trust him. Okay? I don't do it. I don't trust him. I don't want to help him because I don't trust him. Okay? Then what will we do? I don't know. Damn it. I don't want to. I said that. But I will do it. For you guys. Okay? But once things get too deep, I can't help us, okay? Not yet. As he says this, Mike would nod. Or from here, Izuku would turn. We'll go with you. As suddenly a purple portal would open, and Izuku's eyes would widen, thinking that's his portals, but it's not. As clearly, there's a bit of a difference. Material from the portals. From here, all the others will portal off. And as they portal off, they would enter a humongous, I can't even quote that part enough, a gigantuous mansion, bigger than every mansion on our fucking planet, with around 39 rooms. Or there would be Ujiko. As he explains, welcome to their new home. Everything they need will be provided for them. They even have their own personal training grounds, fighting grounds, food, water, maids. They like anybody, they can do that. They have their own tutors, they will teach them knowledge of this new world. And even these, as he hands him drugs. Why are you giving me drugs? Who knows, you might like them, the other you loves them. As Yukiden would roll his eyes. You'll be the one doing research on us then. As then Nai will walk forward. Why? Bitch, I'm doing it. Bro. Can I do my fucking job? No! You guys will work together then, because, well, honestly, I don't know what else to do. From here, they'll both agree with one another, agree to work together, or from here they will go off. We walk on over towards Zuko. We're going back to Jayla. As he looks towards her, "Are you okay?" Jayla looks forward. "I'm fine. We're in a new world, Izuku. Okay? Can you still turn to your car form?" As she looks at him, "Yes, I can still turn to my car form." Why is that? Why is that a question? I just wanted to know. Like, is it different now? Because I feel like you guys are different ever since coming here. He didn't nod. He didn't hand her a vial of blood. She looks at it. "Aren't you supposed to give that to that? Not, look, I gave you the blood because I have a theory. Okay? Drink the damn blood." As he says this, she proceeds to look at him. "It's blood. We had to eat raw meat for years. Drink the motherfucking blood." As she proceeds to drink the blood, her eyes would widen. As she looks around, whoa, this place has like colors other than like purple, green, and black. Ew, what are these? What are these called? As Silver says, "Oh my gosh, you can see it now. You can see the colors, right?" She would nod. "What color's the sky?" "I don't fucking know. What all colors are on your planet?" As he would list off the colors, she then would say, "Apple." He then would smack his face. God damn it. The tutor will teach you guys this information later. But he just looks forward. "Okay. I just want to know you still can do it. I gave you my blood. I wanted to see how things would work out." From here, he would walk away. And we cut on over towards Dark Deku, who could be seen training with All Might. And in the distance, the real Deku could be seen watching him. But Dark Deku literally manifested eyes on the back of his head, teacher style, and proceeds to stare right back at him. This man is a dick. I make this dude like the biggest jerk ever, but he's literally antagonizing Deku. And then he even went as far as making a hand out of the fire and told him to come at him. Deku balls up his fist, intentionally thinking about doing so, but he chose not to. And with Dark Deku and Main Deku being able to not only have one throw but handle 100% of it, full power, quirks and all, there's just one issue. Both of them can't use it at the same time. It won't matter for long though. But of course, Deku balls up his fist, and he literally like forms a gun of darkness and shoots a bullet dead at Dark Deku, and then he would disappear. As this happens, Dark Deku quickly pushes All Might out of the way and dodges himself. He then would say, "Someone just tried to snipe us." "All Might, are you okay?" As he looks towards him, I'm okay. "Who was that?" He then would shrug his shoulders, saying he's seen out of the corner of his eye they were staring at them. They shot, they missed, they left. "Huh. We have a problem," All Might would say. As he balls up his fist, the Dark One would look as well. "Yeah, we do." Balling up his fist together. From here, we time skip on over towards the UA entrance exams. When, I take that back. I recorded like 60 something minutes by now, hopefully. If not, around 50. I'm taking my break now. And we're at entrance exams. Well, I'm out, guys. Okay, so where we last left off, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong now, I'm pretty sure it was at the entrance exams. So with that being said, we cut on over towards Dark Deku's perspective. Deku could be seen sitting down. As he's sitting down, he's right beside Bakugo, and the two of them were basically doing their test. Every once in a while, Deku would basically like shove Bakugo, kick Bakugo, or like do some jerk shit. Basically, to make Bakugo lose focus on purpose. And eventually, Bakugo would begin to do the same exact thing to Dark Deku. The two of them begins to basically distract each other a little bit. And as this happens, Ida would eventually stand. "You there! Can you two please stop playing around like some hooligans? You are distracting us." Who is he talking to? I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but he's not talking to me. Is he talking to you? I don't think so. Who do you think you're talking to? Ida just kind of freezes a bit like, whoa, did his voice just shift? As Dark Deku would stand up with purple fire coming off of his hands, he would slowly approach Ida. As he does so, President Michael says, "Young man, sit down right now or you will immediately be removed from the exams." Dark Deku will stop in his tracks. As he looks towards him, "You make it into UA? First opportunity I get, I'm gonna lay your ass out. Whereas from here, Dark Deku would eventually try walking off towards the gates, and again, Ito would grab him. Do not go to strike that. Deku proceeds to smack this man across the face and send him flying. He then slightly looks. Oops! Sorry, he put his hands on me, Deku would say. And President Mike, who literally seen it happen, would say, screw it, I don't got time for this. As the gates would open. No one rushes in but Dark Deku or the Dark Lord. For those of you guys who, kind of forgot, I refer to Dark Deku as Deku. I prefer to normal Deku as Izuku. Okay, just want to point it out. But Dark Deku rushes inside. And as soon as he rushes inside, he activates one throw at 20% and blitzes forward towards the first robot he sees. A 3-pointer. He jumps upwards into the air with one for all active and flames coating his feet. He kicks the robot smooth in half. From here, he charges forward towards several more robots, blitzing as he destroys every last one of them with absolute ease. From here, he will destroy robot after robot after robot as if it's nothing. But we cut on over toward Izuku's perspective, who could be seen sitting down at a table. There would be Kurogiri on one half and Shigaraki. On Izuku's side would be Izuku and Lanaya. The two of them look forward. Okay, who are you? Shigaraki then would say, I'm Tamara Shigaraki. This is Kurogiri. We're part of the League of Villains. Deku hears that term to remember long ago how much younger he was, how horrible it is to be a villain. But now, Izuku is literally centuries old. He looks forward. What is your purpose? To kill All Might. Deku then looks forward. My goals don't align with that. My goal is to simply give these people a better life, a safer life, and to figure out a way to make them genetically compatible with this world. He then would say, Jayla has already been compatible. He looks towards Lanaya. My blood works. She then would say, for how long? He would sigh, not for very long. Effectively, it lasts for around 2 to 3 days. She then would say, well, no matter. Within a few months, I'll have an antidote. Perfect. He then would say, this is Lanaya. She's my advisor. As walking into the room would be Guy. And this is Guy. He's my supervisor. They will be watching over all operations. If we plan to work together, I want my people to have the same position of power as yours. Shigaraki then says, what makes you think you deserve the same position? Because Might over here is just as powerful as your leader, Awful One. As he says this, he'll say, and how do you know this information? And what makes you think that? Because I'm his shadow, God would say. We're the same person, different timelines. Our souls are bound together by force. It's the very nature of the soul. One soul exists per universe. One soul only. Every single being that exists on this planet, they all exist in one universe. And all the souls are connected via the soul will. Meaning, we're the same exact person spiritually. Even multiversally, we are still the same being. Actions may be different, but we hold the same soul. Meaning, as he places his hand onto his chest, if I die, he smirks. By force, he will die as well. As he says this, Shigaraki says, so on a multiversal scale, when one died, all the others die? No. But our universes are special, because they are linked via his quirk. So we're different. We're connected fully. There's only one way to protect your master from my wrath. Either I merge and I take control, or he merges and he takes control. As Mike smirks, but I'm not going to allow that to happen. So, what do you guys intend to do for the young master here? We don't have all day. Kurogiri, call in Dr. Ujiko. Yes, why am I here again? We need to work with these guys and they're being difficult. Dr. Ujiko would look forward. Miss Lanaya, she would nod. Would you like to help me work on my Nomu project? She looks forward. Sure, I don't mind. Hello? Are y'all gonna listen to us? Oh, sorry. Listen to what the boy says, young master. He could kill us all if he wanted to. Follow his rules, okay? Shigaraki looks forward. Fine, but know this. All I have to do is touch you, and I'll kill all of you. Kill me and you kill your master, Guy would say, as he smirks and walks away. Deku then would smile, and you won't even be able to land a hit on me, let alone touch me. From here, Deku would stand as he walks off into his room. From here, we cut back on over towards Dark's perspective, who could be seen creating a giant blade of fire as he slices through several robots. From here, he rushes forward, jumps into the air towards the zero pointer, which, yes, has arrived by now. But he isn't attacking the zero pointer because he's saving Ochako. He's attacking the zero pointer because he wants to show off. So he rushes forward. It creates a literal knife, not a sword, a knife out of fire. Jumps upward and slices its arm smooth off. Melts like butter. He then jumps towards the next one, the next arm, and slices it off as well. From here, he would turn and unleash a massive jet of flames, which completely incinerates the zero pointer. All the teachers would watch on, shocked. A kid his age, already having that much power with his quirk is insane. All Might would smirk seeing this. He's incredible, isn't he? All the other teachers would look towards each other, they would nod. From here, we cut back towards Izuku's perspective, who could be seen writing down plans. Walking inside would be Jayla. What are you doing, Izuku? Deku then would say, I'm working on my plans currently. I'm trying to figure out the best motive for my deal. She looks forward. What deal? There's several things that are going to be going on at UA for the next few weeks. We planning to attack. She looks forward. Why? I want you guys to have a safe home. And not only that, I want my revenge. And my other half, he's at UA. Okay? There's the only way I can kill him. She looks at him, but he's your shadow. If you kill him, you'll die. Izuku looks forward. It's not how it works. It works differently for us because the only reason it works is because my realm is connected via my quirk to your world. That's the only reason our souls are connected on this scale. We all share one soul, meaning I can kill him. And if I extract his soul in time, or his portion of the soul, I'll live. And how would you do that? Do you even know how to do that? He looks forward. No, but Naya's currently working on it. And do you think she'll be able to figure that out, Izuku? Do you really think she'll be able to figure something of that caliber out? That's absolutely insane. I don't know. Okay? But our power comes from our soul. The darkness within us and within our souls allows us to harness this power. It allows us to forge our weapons of darkness. It allows us to forge our strength from darkness. If I can do that, already I'm interacting with my soul on a daily basis. That means that likely I'll be able to protect us. I'll be able to fix things, okay? You understand me, right? She looks forward as she nods. From there, Izuku will get upward as he kisses her. Yes, that's the ship. I want y'all to know that. That is the ship. They are together. They've been together for like 80,000 years or some crap. They're together. From here, they will go to sleep that night. And now we will time skip to the next day. With Dark Deku getting his letter in the mail and a huge smile on his face. Mom! I made it in! As he runs into the front room, jumps up and hugs Inko. Tears begin to pour down their eyes. They will hug one another and cry together. Inko will say her baby boy is going to be a hero. From here, he would smile, and slowly he turns, with time freezing, and Izuku letting out a sigh. Fuck. And suddenly appearing would be him. Hello, Izuku. Nice to meet you. What do you want, Dark? I just wanted to know. How do you feel knowing that I got into UA? Your little dream is all mine, Izuku. The dream that you are so willing and so happy about. It's all mine. How do you feel to know that it's all real? I achieved your dream, and I'ma make your bitch cream. I'm sorry, I had to. Anyways, low-key, one of these days, bro, I will genuinely write a whole musical. I don't know if y'all watch it, but I would do it. And I know how to switch my voice up. I can do bass, tenor, alto, soprano. It don't matter. I can do it all. But if I'll keep hearing something fall, I keep trying to get this shit to stay still, but like it literally will not stay. And like if I leave it on the ground, it's gonna melt. Please don't question it. But Anyways, back on to Izuku. He looks forward. You will never find us. But know this, Dark. I'll kill you. You must be confused. If you kill me, you'll die. If I kill you, I'll die. So how about your little punk ass go back to your world? My world is your world. You kidnapped me. You took my life. Us style. Huh. I guess I did. No matter. You won't be getting it back anytime soon. Actually, even if you do, I think I said this already. I did. Yo mama loves me. Yo mama thinks I'm her son. You think she's gonna believe you after just suddenly appearing? We are identical, Izuku. DNA and everything. I'm her baby boy. Cry about it, bitch. Worse, from here, time will resume, and Izuku just looks forward. How does he freeze time, he would wonder. As Jayla sitting beside him would say, maybe he isn't. Maybe it's just a force of nature. When the two of you interact, time around you cannot move at the same frequency. Unless everyone around is aware. And once everyone's around, then time would resume to a normal way. He didn't say, but I'm confused. All souls are linked, correct? Which means that multiversally, everyone who has the same soul will die at around the same time. Then I need to know, how come everyone in my world wasn't killed? Your world is in ruins. Shiden would say, our world has been like this for eons. Most likely it was simply before your quirk awakened. And since it was before your quirk awakened, our universes wasn't so merged. Meaning our souls wasn't so intertwined. They weren't so connected like they are now. Okay. I got a question. I only aged 14 years. Well, 11 years there. Physically, I'm only 15. How old are you physically? I don't fucking know, she would say. I don't know. Old? Young? I don't know, she would say. Well, I'll have to figure that out. From here, Izuku would stand up. I'm going to go report to the others. I have to figure out what's happening. From here, Izuku will walk inside, where there he would see a kid sitting at a table. Deku would just stop. This is a new guy. It's not one of his, it's not one of Shigaraki's. He would walk forward. Who are you? Hi, I'm Aoyama. You're Aoyama. Nice to meet you. Izuku reaches out his hand to shake his hand. As Aoyama, kind of shaken, a bit afraid, slowly lifts up his hand. Izuku sees it, he gets annoyed, just grabs his hand and shakes it. Dude, you're okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. How am I supposed to know that? You're okay, bro. Okay, Aoyama would say. What are you doing here? As Deku would sit down and talk with Aoyama, he realizes this is the kid on the inside. His eyes would widen. You're the one on the inside, huh? Aoyama would slowly nod. A smile would cross Izuku's face. Aoyama kind of becomes afraid. He feels like Izuku's finna ask him some crazy shit. And genuinely, he doesn't want to go through it. Izuku didn't want to say, I can tell you don't want to do this. Why are you doing it? Aoyama didn't want to say to protect his family. Interesting. And who's the threat? Aoyama would say, I can't tell. Do you want to do this? Aoyama would shake his head no. I'll make a deal with you. Aoyama looks at him. What? As Izuku lifts up his hand, and both of them would vanish. Where are we? Aoyama looks all around. A place where you're safe. My world. As Aoyama looks forward, and he sees just absolute chaos around him. Monsters, creatures, and destruction. But they all seem to not see him. He then would say, it's okay. They can't see you or even interact with you. Your genetics is different. They could only see me via my quirk. He turns towards him. All for one isn't here. You're allowed to speak freely. My mom, my dad, my family. He'll kill them all. I have to do what he say. I have to. He'll kill everyone I know and love. Izuku just slowly looks towards him. Now how would a man whose face is completely destroyed and currently laying in a hospital bed gonna do anything? He looks forward. He's the most powerful man on the planet. He's injured. That's the only thing stopping him. If he's healed, if he ever gets healed, if he can even get far as getting up, I'm dead. If I don't do what he's saying. Okay. Interesting. He's threatening you and your family is what I'm hearing. Aoyama would nod over and over and over again. As Izuku looks at his hand, dark lines going across it, he slowly turns with a smile. I can help you with that. As then he walks towards him, it's because you don't have a quirk, huh? Aoyama would nod. Whereas then Izuku places his hand on Aoyama's stomach, as in his eyes will glow purple, where suddenly halfway across his world, a monster comes booming towards them. It rushes forward, jumps into the air, and unleashes a burst of darkness. Izuku lifts up his hand as a massive boom shockwave smashes the monster against the wall. From there, Izuku walks towards it as he holds it by its throat, and his eyes begin to glow white as it compresses down into a small ball. Izuku then hands it to Aoyama. He just looks at it. What is that? That's you. What? That's you from my world. Or a variation of you. Please explain. Aoyama would say. Izuku explained, this is a different multiverse. Things work differently here. They were cursed by a darkness that kinda enveloped and altered this world beyond means of natural humans. He himself is over 1100,000 years old. As he holds the creature, he would say, this could give you power. Not enough to compete with that man, but enough to protect yourself and others. I still want you to do what he say though. Aoyama looks forward. Why? Because I have someone who I need to kill. And mind you, you can either accept this and work for him, someone awful, or you can work for me, someone who's not only willing to protect you, but willing to protect all of your friends. I have one goal, and that's to kill the one who go by Izuku Midoriya. As he looks forward, he'll say, but you look identical to Izuku. I know you're not him because your voice, your presence, the scars on your body, clearly you're not the same person. Are you twins? He will shake his head no. He took everything from me. He's my shadow. He stole my life. Literally. I want his head on a scribble. Are you willing to work with me? This power will protect you, protect your family, and protect others. This is an out-of-control monster in this orb, he would say. Not if you eat it. I have a theory. You're going to be the first I test this on, and if it doesn't work, I'll just reject it from your body. He looks forward, and what is the theory? Izuku smiles. Just eat the damn thing. As Aoyama looks at it, looks back up, and just kind of shakes his head no. Izuku then grabs this man and literally forces it down his throat. From here, Aoyama would fall to the ground and he begins to cry, screaming out in pain. He falls on the ground and he begins to roll all around with black lines spreading all across his body. When suddenly, a burst of golden light smashes off of Aoyama's body. And Aoyama stands up. He looks around, he looks okay. He feels himself, he's okay. He turns, points his belly button, and shoots a naval laser one so giant, it incinerates a building. Deku then would smile. Holy shit, it worked! Deku would say, as he begins to jump up and down, over and over again, and this man begins to run around in circles. Aoyama just looks at him. What just happened? I did it! I can kill that son of a bitch! Deku would say, as he runs forward and he literally hugs Aoyama. And Aoyama kind of just stands there, lost. He then explains, okay, so what I did is I literally merged your souls from both worlds. How do what? Deku then would say again, I merged your souls from both realms, this realm and the other world. Well, your soul and this soul. And damn, it made you like hella strong. Holy shit. Wait. I want you to do this. Close your eyes. Focus on all your negative thoughts. Draw them out to the front. Ball up your fist and harness all of your hatred. What? Just close your eyes, think of negative things. Aoyama does so, and suddenly his entire body is coated in a dark armor, and his eyes turn pure white. Oh shit! Oh shit! Fuck yeah! I'm a goat! Give me a second, guys. Someone's calling me. Aoyama looks at the armor around his body, and he's astonished. Deku didn't say, wait. Square up. And Aoyama looks at him. What? Square up. Fight me. Right now. Deku will stop, and he slowly turns. And he just stares off into the distance. And Aoyama looks at him. Are you a... Deku then says, stay right here. Nothing in here this world can see or interact with you aside from yourself. And well, I just, kind of killed it. So you're good. But I feel something off here. Something's wrong. He then would say, what do you mean? As Deku then would vanish. And Aoyama would say, how does he do that? I want you guys to know, in this world, Deku and Dark Deku are literally all powerful. Okay? It took Deku only 1,100,000 years to learn this information. But in this world, realistically, Deku is fucking invincible. So he teleported off. And this man's appeared within a section of his world off limits. A section of his world that even he himself wasn't even allowed to enter. A place where even he didn't have domain. As he looks forward, he sees it. The vestiges of One for All. And he looks confused. Who the hell are they? He would wonder. As he would begin to walk into this realm, knowing the dangers of it, this place is off limits to him. Which means in there are beasts and monsters that he would have to face. Powerful monsters that will take thousands of years for even he himself to become powerful enough to contend with. But he doesn't care. He walks inside, and immediately he would see the One for All vestiges. The first user. And, all the users, including All Might's, semi-vessel. But there he sees it. Standing behind all of them would be their shadows. But their shadows cannot interact with the vestiges because, well, they're dead. But it appears that the shadows are actually trying. And the shadows are dumb. They're dumb as fuck. If they knew that these were souls, they would have been able to absorb their vestiges. But, they're dumbasses. So they don't know what to do. But they're currently staring at them. And Deku walks forward. The second he walks forward, one of them would rush forward towards him. Immediately it goes forward with tendrils made of darkness, shooting towards Deku. Quickly, Deku would summon 2 darkness blazes. He slices every single tendril apart, pounces forward, spins his blade, and immediately slams it directly into the monster's core. As it falls to the ground, it begins to screech in pain. Deku then walks right past it, walking over it, not killing it because he doesn't know what it is. So killing it just wouldn't be smart because, well, he doesn't know, how smart it is, okay? He doesn't know how smart it is. Leap defense, the fuck? Anyways, he just looks forward. The monsters all would pounce towards Deku, and Deku would instantly create a darkness barrier around him that blocks all the monsters. Deku then would create an orb of darkness and shoots it forward, hitting every last one of them, encasing them within the orb. From here, he would add the other one into the orb, and there he would look forward. Who are you? Who are all of you? Tell me now! Deku would yell, as every last one of them would just look forward. Who are you? Deku would blitz forward as he grabs the first vestige and lifts it into the air. The vestige of the first user. All the users of One for All rush forward, but they can't do anything. They all phase right through Deku. Whilst Deku's able to interact with their souls, they're not able to interact with him. Deku would slowly turn. Wait a minute. He would close his eyes. He begins to feel power. As lines will spread throughout his body, currently he's channeling One for All. And as he channels it, he would see all of them glow. And then he would say, you're that power. You guys are One for All, he would say. As quickly he would drop them. Makes sense. Okay. I'm confused. How are you here? They didn't explain. Well, they then was saying, who are you? Why would we explain anything to you? Deku then would say, my name is Izuku Midoriya, the real one. As he says this, they look at him confused. You're not Izuku. As then they would say, the current holder is Izuku. Deku then says, that's not! Ugh! He would smack his face. He's not Izuku! I I am Izuku. He took everything from me. He took my goddamn life. As he says this, the Vesh just looks at him confused. Why are you lying? You're not Izuku Midoriya. As immediately the second would get forward, he places his hand on his little thingy, but Deku then would say, you can't touch me. Quit trying to intimidate me. You're not going to intimidate something you can't hurt. Do you understand that? Is that rapping through your goddamn head? I need to know, well. Hi, one for all. Good to finally see you guys. Looks like Izuku here made it. As immediately the Vestiges would turn. Izuku? They all would say, nah. My name is... What? I'm sorry, your puny mortal human ears can't understand what I just said. But you can call me Dark. Dark is like such a lame name. I don't know, how about Blacklight? Yeah, call me Blacklight. I thought we already went through this discussion. He would think, and he just looks forward. Sorry, I'm Blacklight. Nice to meet you. That guy's Izuku. I'm the guy who currently got one for all. And if you try telling All Might anything, I'll incinerate your souls. Anyways, though, where you guys are at is my world. It merged with the Vestiges world just a little bit. So you guys are kind of like in here now. I mean, the monsters here can't actually harm you because they're all fucking dumbasses. But just don't run into anything smart because you will fucking die. And I kind of don't want to lose the quirks. I mean, the quirks are fucking cool. So it appears we're still connected spiritually, which means one for all got linked to you. I hate how, like, mixed our souls are. You know, no other soul is like this except for our worlds. You know, all the people that are already dead in this world before we came into play, they're still dead. You know, it didn't affect them in the other world, but you know, once I came through, that's where things got crazy. One for all. How were you guys' deaths? I'm pretty sure it was pretty gruesome. Deku then would say, I'm taking my life back. Oh, you're taking your life back. Bitch, please. In this world, I'm a god. So am I. Yeah, but you're not a god to my level. Deku would rush forward towards Dark, as Dark would vanish, and he appears on Deku's head. 1 foot doing a... Matter of fact, he's literally on his head doing a handstand. As instantly Deku proceeds to literally tunnel through the ground, jump upwards with darkness wrapped around his fist. He goes in for a punch onto Blacklight. Blacklight catches his fist as he breaks it instantly. Immediately he would draw a giant spear of darkness from Deku's heart. He then plunges it right into his heart, which causes Deku to slam onto the ground. As he holds his chest, he then proceeds to get up, and the Visions of One for All look armored, confused, as Deku would summon 2 swords. My bad, Izuku would summon 2 swords. Izuku blitzes forward as immediately he goes in and slices Dark in half. But Dark would slowly but surely turn, and he would say, good job, Deku, you're doing good. You're still fucking pathetic though. As he smacks his hand and a massive shockwave knocks Deku back. From here, Deku looks forward. You may be all powerful here, but guess what? Out there, you're mine, bitch. Deku would say, as he vanishes, appears beside Aoyama and vanishes back to the real world. As they appear back in the real world, they appear to be perfectly fine. And Aoyama doesn't seem to have any of the consequences. He just looks towards him. What happened? Nothing. Be quiet. Continue to act like you're doing your job. Worse, from here, Deku will walk off. From here, he will make it into his room. Damn it. I ran into Dark, he would say. You ran into Dark? Are you okay? Yeah. He's so powerful. The problem is, though, for him, the Vestiges now know who he is. You look forward. What do you mean the Vestiges now know who he is? One for all. The quirk that he holds, they now know who he is. Is that gonna stop anything? Probably not. But it's something. It adds something. Damn it, this is all so much. If only this was easier, man. As he says this, she looks forward. Well, I don't know what we're supposed to do. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video off right here. Honestly, this video is gonna be a test upload. I wanna see like if you guys are gonna enjoy me doing videos. We'll have long backstories and things of that nature. If you guys did enjoy this video and you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We're under 200 subscribers away from reaching 5K. So please like and subscribe. I'm like, I feel proud of myself right now. I'm really starting to get back into like, getting attention again. So please do your boy a favor. Please, like, subscribe. With that being said, I'm gonna be nice. Any word of recommendation you guys have that you guys like long backstories for, go ahead and comment it down below, because I'm gonna try making them better and better and better. Well, I'm out.